ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
How you doing, mate? Welcome on in. Shit.
I'm down. No issues with the walk now. Good morning, this is Easy163 Tango, an A320 Neo at Stand 12 with information mic on board, requesting IFR clearance to Edinburgh.
Do you have all the control system there? Yeah.
I'm working on that clearance.
Very much.
Stand by.
Please to Edinburgh via the Pole 1 Yankee departure runway 23 left. Initial climb, flight level 050, departure 118.158, squawk 4745, EC163 Tango.
Manchester clearance, good day, Thompson Tail, we have information Bravo on board, looking to cap our IFR clearance to London.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Please via Stanley 1 Yankee departure on way 23 left, initial climb flight level 050, departure on 118.58, squawk 6245, now.
Mr. Clearance,
line 2174, IFR to Brussels at stand 206.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Obviously in the stand Bravo 1 departure, runway 23 left, time flight level 5050, departure 0.58, squawk 3251. Your line 4.
Gemstone 66 Lima, taxi to parking via Bravo Delta Alpha Charlie Lima.
So I'm just trying to find the overlay for the recent followers.
66 Lima. Shuttle 3 Bravo, give way to the iFly 789.
Giving way to the iFly 789, Shuttle 3 Bravo.
Stand by, you're number 1. Ryanair 56 Tango uniform, read back correct.
929 Echo, ready to taxi.
I said 29er Echo, runway 23 left taxi via Lima, cover, hold short of runway 23 right, then Delta Zulu Tango.
Runway 23 left taxi via Lima, Papa. Hold short of runway 23 right, then Delta Zulu Tango, right there, 29er Echo. I'm just delivery, escalate Pro Delta, upon half gate 109. Charlie Defenders, 20 meter, requesting IFR clearance, Dublin, definition, whiskey on board. Dublin via the exit, 1 Yankee departure, battery 2 left, mission class, flight level 50, departure, push distance 58, squawk 8611, Denver 84 Delta.
Airway 284 Delta, read back correct.
Connecting to Bravo, Quebec, ready, connecting.
Bypass pin inserted, just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Disconnect the taxi. Disconnect the taxi. Disconnect the taxi. Disconnect the taxi. Skyway 6902 with information travel. Request IFR clearance to Amsterdam and file.
There we go.
The Sonnet 1 Yankee departure. Departure runway 23 left. Initial climb to flight level 050. Departure on 118.58, squawk 2437. Skyway 6902. Master clearance, good evening. And on 886 here. Requesting IFR clearance.
Manchester Ground, hello, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo is a 737-800 and stand 5-4, clearance please to Hamburg.
I'm working on that clearance, stand by. I'm working on that clearance, stand by. Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, cleared to Hamburg via the Phoenix 1 Yankee departure runway 23 left, initial climb to flight level 050, departure on 118.58, squawk 7114.
Cleared Hamburg Valley Sonics 1 Yankee departure runway 23 left, initial climb to flight level 050, departure on 118.58, squawking 7114, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, thank you very much.
Clearance, looking for IFR clearance to Copenhagen, Airbus A320 on stand 4, Scandinavian 540.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, read back correct.
Manchester delivery, Speedbird 196A is a type 8330-900 at stand 210. Ready for IFR to Kennedy. Stand by.
Bravo Echo, got current information. QNH 1002 requesting iron rockers to Malta. Request your number 1.
Bird 1641 West, iron rockers to Cockpit.
Matching ground, UK Trial, good afternoon, that EGPH 25821 Neo requesting IFI moment in Malaga with information microphone.
Shuttle 97207 for an A320 with information hotel requesting IFR clearance to London. 15 row by turn 1 Yankee departure, part runway 33 left, initial climb to 5,000, departure 118.58, walk 7145, shuttle 187.
Manchester delivery, here we go, 8 Delta Mark at ramp 239, time Airbus 320 requesting IFR clearance to Malaga, we have whiskey on board. Clear to Malaga via Stamford 1 Yankee departure runway 23 left, initial climb, flight level 050, departure on 118.58, squawk 4621. Echo 8 Delta. All ready for push and start.
It costs a small fortune.
Initial climb to 5,000, departure on 118.5 meters, sparking on 3645. Ryan passing 2 Tango.
Toggle ready disconnected.
Manchester ground, speedboard 2506 at gate 26 with information Charlie request taxi deactive. Manchester ground, Blackbird 3856 holding at Bravo 1, request crossing 23 right.
From runway 23 left after departure vectors. And then initial climb 5,000 feet, departure on 118.58 and squawk 77.
Yeah, I'm about to jump off this.
There is evening, shuttle 3 right and stand at gate 108. Make details from board QNH 13183. To pick up our IFR clearance to Heathrow.
Delivery Osprey 150 Alpha, ready to copy IFR clearance to Chaseplane. To Chaseplane, yes, at 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left, initial climb to flight number 050, squawk 6351, Osprey 150 Alpha. Manchester ground, right there, 14 Yoke, the kilo, ready to pick up on 7 Island. 167. We're ready to pick up our 7.
5240 with you information Juliet request
Only a couple with GSX. Everything else is usually alright.
Runway 23 left initial climb is 050. Departed frequency 118.58 squawk 5
Purple Galaxy, how you doing over on YouTube? No, it's not. It's Flight Simulator 2024.
Locking gear.
Clearance on request, your number 1.
Speedbird 1, clearance to Heathrow.
American transport approach. Ryanair 14 Delta Kilo, request IFR clearance to Island.
Oh, can you set any random emergencies? Yes, you can. You can simulate engine failure and things like that. Right, where are we? So we're going to take off on runway 23 left out of Manchester, doing the Sonic 1 Yankee. Manchester ground, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, ready for push and start, stand 5-4. Push start pre-face east, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo.
Manchester ground, EZ2105, okay, 52, request push and start.
EZ2105, push and start approved, face northeast.
Commencing push. All engines are clear. Start at will.
Start engine 2.
Cabin attendants, arm doors and cross check.
November Alpha, Echo.
Sean, how you doing?
Echo, Delta, Papa, hold talk to your right, then Delta Zulu, hold Tango. So, this is Chaseplane.
Welcome back on in. Yeah, I'm doing good, cheers. One day off work, back in tomorrow, living the dream. Yeah, it's all that white noise, a lot of people say that. Even the white noise.
Romeo departure runway 23 right, climb to flight level 050, departure on 118.58, squawk 4432,
guide you to the nearest exit, which may be behind you. In case of evacuation,
Good evening, Manchester.
leave all
Speedbird
personal
4 Papa
belongings
Whiskey
behind.
with you. We're at 320 at stand 210 Lima. Information Romeo request our IFR checklist to IFR clearance
Safety
to
information
Dublin,
card
please.
is located
Start
in
engine
the
2.
pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention.
Request IFR clearance.
Start engine 1.
Yankee departure on base. Please climb to 5000 departure on 118.58, 147. Stand by. Start engine 1.
Cross from 23 right, then continue taxi via Delta Zulu Tango, ISO 29 Echo.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, contact tower on 118.63, have a good afternoon.
Contact tower on 118.63, have a good afternoon.
Lufthansa 2731, requesting IFR clearance to Munich. Ground to Munich via the Sonar E1 Yankee departure runway 23 left, initial climb to flight level 050, departure will be 118.58, squawk 4264, Lufthansa 2731.
Janek 62 Bravo Quebec, say again.
We are ready for push. Well back.
Manchester ground, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, ready for taxi to the runway.
Easy 65 November March. Requesting IFR clearance to Lisbon.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, runway 23 left taxi via Golf Juliet Hotel, hold short of runway 23 right, then Hotel Zulu, Victor Tango.
Runway 23 left, taxi via Golf Juliet Hotel, hold short runway 23 right, then Hotel Zulu, Victor Tango, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo.
EZ73 Zulu X-ray,
Okay.
information Echo, we'd like to pick up a IFR clearance to Amsterdam, please. Here to Skipper via the Sonar 1 Yankee departure runway 23 left, initial climb flight level 050, departure frequency will be 118.58 and the squawk 14314, EZ730 X-ray.
Good evening, Manchester Tower. This is
Echo 1 in Charlie, requesting IFR clearance to Echo Golf, Juliet. Standard 1 departure, runway departure 23 left, initial climb, flight level 050, departing on 11858, squawk 4347. Control Juliet, Sierra 9527, requesting IFR as filed to Dublin.
Ground. FedEx 939 request. Pushback is start. Pushback is start approved. Face south.
Via Airplane Delta. One position in this far. Initial climb to 5,000. Expect flight level 340, 10 minutes up in flight. Departure frequency 118.58. Will be swapping on 2632. Delta 14. Ryan 14 Delta Kilo. Request permission to cross runway 3 right.
Ryanair 14 Delta Kilo, pushback approved, face south.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Ryanair 38 Delta requesting IFR clearance. Ryanair 38 Delta, say again. Ryanair 38 Delta, say again. Ryanair 38 Delta Lima requesting IFR clearance. Clear to down the Stony 1 Yankee departure. Departure runway 23 left, initial climb to flight level 050, departure on 118.58, squawk 2452, Ryanair 38 Delta Lima.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, cross runway 23 right, then continue taxi via Hotel Zulu, Victor Tango.
Cross runway 23 right, then continue taxi via Hotel Zulu, Victor Tango, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo.
Yep, good to start, break set to coordinate to disconnect.
Ground to flight deck, bypass pin removed, you've disconnected and crew is clear, you're good to go. Have a great flight and see you soon.
Manchester Clinch delivery, Easy 53 Hotel uniform. With Golf Red, copy IFR clearance to Innsbruck. Innsbruck via the Listo 2 Yankee departure. Expect runway 23 left. Initial climb to flight level 050, departure on 118.58, Morgan Squawk 35544, Easy 538 Hotel uniform.
Easy 53 Hotel uniform, read back correct.
Approaching runway 23, right.
Manchester Brown Ryanair 41 is ready to taxi.
Tug already disconnected.
23 left via Juliet Hotel, hold short 23 right.
Approaching the departure runway.
Manchester Airport delivery, good day. People to 9er at San Gate 5. With information, Juliet requesting clearance for Copenhagen Airport. Cleared to Copenhagen via the Pole 1Y departure runway 23 left, initial climb to flight level 050, squawk 4671, 2299.
What ATC am I using? I'm using same tensions, mate.
Ryanair 56 Tango uniform ready to taxi.
Ryanair 56 Tango uniform, runway 23 left, taxi via Juliet Foxtrot, hold short of runway 23 right, then Foxtrot Zulu, Victor.
Yeah, I normally go on Vatican, but this time of the night when you're doing UK flights, it's pointless. Nobody's ever on the line.
Hold short of runway 23 right, then Foxtrot Zulu, Victor Tango Ryanair 56 Tango uniform. We're ready to pick up our IFR clearance. We've been cleared to California, the Airplane 1 Yankee departure runway 23 left, initial climb to 5,000, departure on 118.58,
I'm using track R5 for the head movement, but for the cameras, yeah, I'm using Chaseplane. But Chaseplane isn't as good on 2024 as it was on 2020. I have no end of issues with it. So when I'm trying to record replays and things like that, the camera, I'll set a camera position, and then say when you pause in the replay editor or whatever, the replay tool, the camera starts doing like starts moving on its own. Whereas in 2020, I never used to get any issues with it.
Delivery, Walker 88 with information Papa, McFly 5 appearance control time, winds. Control time right before hill 1 at Yankee Start at runway 23 left. Initial climb to 0, flight level 050, departure runway 258, squawk 6727, Walker.
How you doing, mate?
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, contact tower on 118.63.
Come to tower on 118.63, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo.
Approaching runway 23 left.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo.
Tower Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo is ready for departure. Oh, you finished for the night, yeah? Nice.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, Manchester Tower, runway 23 left, winds calm. RNAV D295 Golf, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 23 left on off D295 Golf, clear for takeoff, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo.
Ryanair 56 Tango uniform, hold short of runway 23 right. Hold short of 23 right, Ryanair 56 Tango uniform.
Apollo 892, contact departure on 118.58.
Roger, over to departure, Apollo 892 Heavy, good day.
Swiss 39 Mike, contact departure on 118.58.
118.58, Swiss 39 Mike.
Manchester Tower, Ryanair 200 with you. 3,500 and establishing ILS runway 23 right. Ryanair 21 Juliet Lima, Manchester Tower, roger, continue approaching. To approach Ryanair 21 Juliet Lima. KLM 64 Tango.
Fucking hell, it's windy.
Departure on 118.58.
V1 on rotate.
Contact departure on 118.58.
118.58, shuttle 3 hotel, bye-bye.
Seabird 259, welcome to Manchester. Contact ground on 121.705. East 48, Quebec Zulu. Contact departure on 118.58.
Contact departure on 118.58, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo. Departure hello, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo with you at 2,800 feet. Flight name up for Ryanair. Nice, mate. Very nice.
Radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level.
Please have a proper job.
Direct, so next.
Flight maintaining flight level 050 direct Sonics Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo.
Manchester Tower on 118.63. Freebird 1968, contact London Control on 133.6. Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, contact London Control on 133.6.
Contact London on 133.6, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo. London Control, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo is with you at 5,000 feet.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, London Control, good afternoon, Marshall, altimeter 1025.
QNH 1025, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo.
Under control, passing through flight level 064 for flight level 210.
Scandinavian 540. London control identified. Good afternoon.
Manchester ground, Springbok 2 Yankee, ready to pick up 7 to back.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo. Climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo. Set flight level 220.
Check. Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu. Climb flight level 300.
Climb flight level 330, I-39 Echo.
Ryanair 38 Juliet Yankee. Climb flight level 300.
Good afternoon, this is EC163 Tango and A320 at parking stand 00 with information Charlie on board, requesting IFR clearance to Southampton, please.
Clearance on request.
Set flight level 220.
Please Southampton, after departure, fly radar vectors for S3, departure runway 28, initial climb flight level 040, departure 119.955, squawk 5254, easy 63 Tango.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu. Climb flight level 280.
David 99090, can you hear me? Climb flight level 280, ISO 9 Echo. Climbing up flight level 280, ISO 322.
There's flight details.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo. Climb flight level 260.
Estimated Bravo's 134. 1 hour 34. 1 mile an hour.
Bird 1968 under control identified. Hello there.
London Control, Speedbird 1968, request climb, flight level 360.
Ryanair 38 Delta Lima. Climb flight level 310.
Lewis, something good, mate, how are you?
Passing flight level 310, Ryanair 38 Delta Lima.
Request
Dear
IFR
guests,
clearance
the
Heathrow.
use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you.
EG1764, contact Scottish Control on 128.055.
Contact Scottish Control on 128.055, EG1764.
Flight level 340, EZ28 Victor Lima.
London Control, this is EG2105, requesting flight level 320. London Control, requesting direct listo, EG2105. Correction, direct listo, EG2105. EG2105, cleared direct OEC.
System flight level 260, Blue Max 4 Lima Hotel.
Blue Max 4 Lima Hotel, contact Scottish Control on 128.055.
Could you confirm the arrival runway in Edinburgh, please, EC163 Tango? Roger that, runway 24 is time for arrival at Edinburgh, EC163 Tango.
EG163 Tango, contact Scottish Control on 128.055.
Contacting Scottish Control on 128.05, EC163 Tango.
Direct to Gibbon. then let's file EC2999.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, climb flight level 310. Ryanair 38 Juliet Yankee, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330.
Contact Scottish Control on 128.055.
Contact Scottish Control on 128.055.
77 Mike, heading 060, passing 5,000, climbing flight level 220. Speedbird 1968, London Control, identified. Good afternoon. Stage 108, speed version 77 Mike. Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, climb flight level 330. Max 4 Lima Hotel, contact Scottish Control on 128.055.
128.055, to Max 4 Lima Hotel, bye-bye.
Max 768, London Control, identified. Good afternoon.
Requesting flight level 170, 17,000.
Flight level 170, shuttle for Yankee Lima.
422,000.
Shuttle for Yankee Lima, descend and maintain flight level 150. Descending flight level 150, shuttle for Yankee Lima. Descending 140, shuttle for Yankee Lima. Ryanair 38 Delta, Lima, climb flight level 330.
Flight level 330, Ryanair 38 Delta Lima.
EZ63 Whiskey Golf, climb flight level 280.
Climbing 280, EZ63 Whiskey Golf.
Dear guests, the cabin crew will now begin the snack
Contact
and
Heathrow
beverage
radar
service.
on
We highly recommend
125.625.
trying our delicious sandwiches and refreshing soft drinks.
Heathrow radar on
After the service, selected items from the Ryanair shop will be available for purchase. Thank you for your attention.
London Control, unit 1011, ready to begin descent. Clear Nigger 2 Hotel,
In the Heathrow, descending with flight level 240, United 1011.
Be careful with her. Babe, now.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, can you please expedite your climb to flight level 330? Easy Welsh 5550, contact Scottish Control on 128.05.
Expedite climb to flight level 330, Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo. Set flight level 330.
055, Easy Welsh 5550.
Flight level 330. Bravo, Quebec, climb flight level 390. Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, unable to approve climb flight level 500. Maintain flight level 330.
Going on in the background, what do you mean?
Delta 75, radar contact.
See you in a bit.
Just a bit late. Oh shit, yeah. I see what you mean now.
London Control, Chenex 939. Do you have code to CPDLC in use in London? 128.055 Blue Max 4 Lima Hotel. Contact Customs Control on 128.055.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Is that right? No. What the fuck? Two seconds, I've got an audio issue.
Romeo Echo, contact Scottish Control on 128.055.
003 Alpha Zulu, contact Birmingham, approach on 123.9 at 8.
Birmingham approach 123.98, Charlie Airport TC altitude.
Kilo Mike, contact London Control on 134.755.
Contact London Control on 134.755 Kilo Mike.
Turn right heading 090.
Request direct to final. Switch 73, request direct to Waddington and final. Expect 02, Bridge 73.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, contact London Control on 121.23.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, London Control, good afternoon.
London Control, Lufthansa 1802, Rupa, flight level 350.
Lufthansa 419 Heavy, London Control, good afternoon.
Ryanair 38 Juliet, contact Amsterdam radar on 124.88.
124.88, Ryanair 38 Juliet.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, expect the Ripso 6 Alpha arrival. Descent in about 15 minutes. Notify if you're ready to descend before that. Proceed direct Delta Hotel 210. Bravo, contact Amsterdam radar on 118.805.
Radar, good afternoon. Easy to Mikey 5, passing flight level 240, climbing in 370.
Easy to Mike X-ray, Amsterdam radar identified. Good afternoon. Easy to Mike X-ray, contact Langen radar on 128.555.
128.555, easy to Mike X-ray, ciao.
Amsterdam radar, Lufthansa 2108, flight level 270, 4320.
Lufthansa 2108, Amsterdam radar identified. Good afternoon. DLA 2108, contact Brussels control on 125.0.
25.0. Lufthansa 2108.
Lufthansa 438, Amsterdam radar identified. Good afternoon.
This is Saudi on to 3 Alpha Zulu with you, flight level 340, climbing flight level 370.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, Amsterdam radar, descend via Ripso 6 Alpha to 4000 into Hamburg, QNH 1020.
4000 set.
Climb flight level 250.
Flight level 250, net air 201.
Net air 201, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, net air 201.
Radar, good evening, EC15 Yankee, climbing to 6000.
Easy 15 Yankee, climb flight level 240.
Climbing flight level 240, EC15 Yankee. Expect OC1 make arrival, Uganda 021.
Austrian 15 Foxtrot, Amsterdam radar identified. Good afternoon.
Papa Hotel, Yankee Kilo Victor, just departed Eindhoven on the almost 6 kilo departure at 3000 feet. 1026, Papa Kilo Victor.
KLM 27 Foxtrot, climb flight level 260.
Good afternoon, Amsterdam radar, EC32 Tango Mike with you, cruising at flight level 360. Tango Mike, Amsterdam radar identified. Good afternoon.
Amsterdam radar, good afternoon. EC15 Yankee, climbing to flight level 210.
Easy 15 Yankee, Amsterdam radar identified. Good afternoon. KLM 1712, contact Schiphol approach on 118.08.
Oh, to Schiphol approach 118.08, KLM 1712.
KLM 913, IFR to Brussels.
KLM 9013, contact Brussels control on 125.0. Kilo Mike, contact Dutch Mill on 125.903.
Stand on 125, that's 19, take your mic.
KLM 735, climb flight level 310.
Amsterdam radar, Finnair 1306, climbing flight level 220.
Finnair 1306, Amsterdam radar identified, good afternoon. Shamrock 6 Hotel Romeo, Amsterdam radar identified, good afternoon.
Amsterdam radar, Lufthansa 464, goedemiddag. Flight level 360.
Lufthansa 464, Amsterdam radar identified, good afternoon.
Unit 1022, Lufthansa 35 Delta.
Lufthansa 35 Delta, climb flight level 200.
Flight level 200, Lufthansa 35 Delta.
Lufthansa 35 Delta, climb flight level 240.
Negative, Amsterdam radar. We would like to level off at flight level 330 if possible. Climb flight level 330, net air 9090.
Net air 1099er, contact Brussels control on 125.0.
So it's Brussels control 125.0, net air 9090.
Transavia 6 November, climb flight level 320.
Level 320, Transavia 6 November.
Austrian 31 Sierra, climb flight level 350.
Amsterdam radar, Ryanair 38 Juliet Yankee, flight level 350, radar contact.
Net air 201, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, net air 201. Climb flight level 280, net air 201.
Lincoln Ryanair X-ray, we are resuming own navigation towards Alpha Mike 028, climbing flight level 210.
Lincoln 908 X-ray, climb flight level 280.
Climbing flight level 280.
Amsterdam radar, good day, Austrian 02, climbing 7300 for flight level 220.
Amsterdam radar, good afternoon, Lufthansa 2 Mike Alpha, Winwing flight level 2, flight level 100, inbound Lufthansa.
Lufthansa 2 Mike Alpha, Amsterdam radar identified, good afternoon. Net air 1216, climb flight level 260.
Flight level 260, net air 1216.
Net air 1216, climb flight level 370.
Flight level 370, net air 1216.
Couch 17, contact Langen radar on 128.505.
Couch 7, climb flight level 370, contacting Langen radar 128.505.
Amsterdam, hello, Lincoln Concord 1, flight level 240.
Lincoln 1, Amsterdam radar identified, good afternoon.
Amsterdam radar, this is Medibach RAF 123 Alpha Zulu with you at flight level 350 for flight level 360.
RAF 124A is Amsterdam radar identified, good afternoon. Stand by, you're number 1.
Squawk 7000, F369er.
India Lima, contact Flugplay TZ Lear Papenburg radio on 130 130.78 for Delta Mike Yankee India Lima. Good day.
Understood, Captain. The estimated time en route is approximately 25 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently descending towards Hamburg with an estimated time of arrival in approximately 25 minutes. Please ensure your seat belts are fastened and your seat backs are in the upright position. Thank you.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, contact Bremen radar on 120.225.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, descent altitude 4,000.
Bremen radar, Lufthansa 00, flight level 090. Bremen radar, Lufthansa 00, flight level 090.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, contact Bremen radar on 124.8. Lufthansa 493, Bremen radar identified. Guten Tag.
Bremen radar, Lufthansa 493. Can we get our expected runway, please?
EFIS 287, descend and maintain flight level 350, cleared for the AirNav 2 Victor arrival into Köln.
Descending to flight level 350, cleared for the AirNav 2 Victor arrival into Köln, UPS 287.
Bremen radar, Beluga 777 at flight level 090 with you. Guten Abend.
Beluga 777, Bremen radar identified. Good evening.
Switch to 118.205, Beluga 777.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo. Contact radar on 120.54.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, radar identified. Good evening, cleared Delta Hotel 257 transition. Expect the ILS runway 05 approach into Hamburg. Swiss 4 Zulu Victor, contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28.
Tower on 121.28. Ring departure, Yoke for Charlie testing 1700 feet, climb flight level 050.
Eurowings 4 Charlie, Bremen radar identified. Climb flight level 100, direct Delta Hotel 208.
Climb flight level 100, proceed direct to Delta Hotel 208. Eurowings 4 Charlie.
Climbing up flight level 210, Lufthansa 118.
Contact departure EC 37 Papa Echo, climbing flight level 050. Climb flight level 080, EC 37 Papa Echo.
Easy 37 Papa Echo, climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level 210, EC 37 Papa Echo.
Eurowings 4827, contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28.
3000 feet, cleared for ILS 23 approach via Delta Hotel 657 QNH 1028, Lufthansa 56 Whiskey.
Lufthansa 9er Mike, climb flight level 280.
Climb to 280, Lufthansa 9er Mike.
Lufthansa 9er Mike, climb flight level 320.
Climb to flight level 320, Lufthansa 9 Mike.
Climb flight level 280, quality 618.
Quality 618. Contact Bremen radar on 136.675.
136.675, quality 618, bye-bye.
Continuing ILS runway 15, EC18, Juliet Lima.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, I've got a shortcut for you. Turn right heading 105 vectors for the ILS runway 5 approach.
Descend altitude 3000 feet, cleared ILS, runway 23 approach via Delta Hotel 657 QNH 1007, Lufthansa 138.
Lufthansa 138, contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28.
121.28, Lufthansa 138.
Hamburg departure, Lufthansa 5 Mike, passing 2000 feet, climbing flight level 050.
Lufthansa 2 Papa Lima, Bremen radar identified. Climb flight level 100.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, descend altitude 4,000 feet, turn right heading 120.
Hamburg departure. departure, Eurowings 3 Hotel Papa 2000, climbing 5000.
Eurowings 3 Hotel Papa, Bremen radar identified, climb flight level 100.
Climb 100, Eurowings 3 Hotel Papa. 200, sorry, Eurowings 3 Hotel Papa.
Papa, 1500 for flight level 50.
Lufthansa 5 Lima Papa, Bremen radar identified, climb flight level 100.
Climbing flight level 100, Lufthansa 5 Lima Papa.
Lufthansa 464, passing 3000 feet, climbing to 5000 feet. Flight level 100, turn right heading 170, back course to Delta Hotel 208, then on course, Lufthansa 464.
Lufthansa 464, climb flight level 220.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, 12 miles from CI-05. Turn left heading 105, descend altitude 3,000 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 5 approach.
Flight level 100 direct Delta Hotel 216. Climb flight level 230, easy 37 Papa Echo.
Easy 37 Papa Echo, contact Bremen radar on 136.675.
Contact Bremen radar 136.675.
Eurowing 7761, contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28.
For the ILS 23 approach via Delta Hotel 657, QNH 1009, Eurowings 7761. Hamburg Tower 121.28, Eurowings 7761.
Good morning, Eurowings 47 with your flight level 016, climbing 5000.
Eurowings 4827, Bremen radar identified, climb flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Eurowings 47.
Eurowings 4827, climb flight level 210. Eurowings 5 Echo, climb flight level 270.
Climb flight level 270.
QNH 1010, descend up to 3000 feet, clear the ILS runway 23.
Easy 18 Juliet, Lima, established on 5 approach.
Easy 18 Juliet Lima, descend altitude 3,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 15 approach via Delta Hotel 457, QNH 1022.
Edelweiss 777, contact Bremen Tower on 120.33.
Mr. 120.33, Edelweiss 777.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final
Lufthansa
approach
5 Mike, Bremen radar identified, climb flight level 100.
until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your trays
Flight level 100, Lufthansa 5 Mike.
upright position and your seatbelts are fastened. The weather in Hamburg is currently mild with no precipitation.
Departure, good day, Eurowings 47 with your flight level 015, climbing 5000.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Flight level 100, Eurowings 47.
flight level 050, Eurowings flight 7. Flight level 210, Eurowings flight 7.
Lufthansa 250, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, Lufthansa 250.
Lufthansa 250, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Lufthansa 250.
Eurowings 4 Charlie, climb flight level 280. Eurowings 4 Charlie, contact Bremen radar on 136.675.
Flight level 280, Lufthansa 9er Mike. Flight level 340, Lufthansa 9er Mike.
Lufthansa Nina Mike, contact Bremen radar on 136.675.
Climb flight level 240, turn right heading 200, vectors to Delta Hotel 216, then course Ryanair 901 Quebec Golf.
Ryanair 901 Quebec Golf, contact Bremen radar on 136.675.
136.675, Ryanair 901 Quebec Golf.
Departure good day, Alpine -3 Quebec Tango, passing 4,000 clear, climbing to flight level 060.
Alpine 903 Quebec Tango, Bremen radar, identified, climb flight level 100.
Climbing to flight level 100, Alpine Quebec Tango. Climbing flight level 240, Alpine Quebec Tango.
Eurowings 4827, climb flight level 270.
Flight level 270, Eurowings flight 7.
Eurowings 3 Hotel Papa, climb flight level 280.
Victoria radar, climb flight level 280, Eurowings 3 Hotel Papa.
Eurowings 28 uniform, contact Bremen radar on 136.675.
This is number 2 Bremen radar on 136.675, Eurowings 28 uniform, goodbye.
Lufthansa Nina Mike, contact Bremen radar on 125.855.
Bremen radar on 125.855, Lufthansa 9er Mike, good day.
Lufthansa 250, climb flight level 220.
Climb flight level 220, Lufthansa 250.
316 Yankee, contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28.
Contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28. Bye bye, Ryanair 316 Yankee.
Hamburg departure, Lufthansa 178, passing through flight level 030 for flight level 050. Contact level 100 for Lufthansa 178.
Alpine N3 Quebec Tango to passing 2,500 flight, climb to flight level 060.
in just a second.
Eurowing 3 Whiskey Zulu, climbing level 050.
Eurowing 3 Whiskey Zulu, Bremen radar identified. Climb flight level 100.
110, Eurowing 3 Whiskey Zulu. Climb to flight level 100, Eurowings 3 Whiskey Zulu.
Eurowings 15 Mike, contact Bremen. Radar on 136.675.
Bremen radar, goodbye.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, turn right heading 2905 vectors for the ILS runway 05 approach. Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, turn right heading 2905. Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, 9 miles from CI-05. Turn right heading 355, descend altitude 3,000 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 5 approach.
Eurowings 2029er, climb flight level 290.
Planet flight level 290, Eurowings 2029er.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28.
Hold short, you're number 1 behind the traffic, easy 37 Papa Echo.
Easy 37 Papa Echo, runway 33, hold short, you're number 1 behind the traffic.
Runway 33, hold short. Runway 33, wind 3007, get to take off. Easy 37 Papa Echo.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, Finkenwerder Tower, winds 270 at 7, runway 05, cleared to land.
2500.
Requesting takeoff clearance, departure IFR, Schiphol.
Stand by. Lufthansa 5 Mike, contact departure on 120.54.
Contact departure 12054, Lufthansa 5 Mike, bye-bye.
Lufthansa 9 Mike, contact departure on 120.54.
Lufthansa 9 Mike.
Lufthansa 464, contact departure on 120.54.
Departure 120.54, Lufthansa 461. Eurowing 7822, request for clearance.
Request your number 1.
Contact departure 120.54, Eurowing 47.
Eurowings 3 Hotel Papa, contact departure on 120.54.
Contact departure 120.54, Eurowings 3 Hotel Papa.
Lufthansa 178, contact departure on 120.54.
Into departure 120.54, Lufthansa 178.
Eurowings 71908, contact departure on 120.54.
Departure on 120.54, the Eurowings 7198, bye-bye.
Ryanair 5125, welcome to Hamburg. Contact ground on 121.805.
Ground on 121.805, Ryanair 5125.
Was 100.
Alpine 903 Quebec Tango, contact departure on 120.54.
30. 20
Well,
minimums.
120.54, Alpine 903 Quebec Tango, bye. 120.54, Alpine 903 Quebec Tango, bye.
Eurowings 4 Alpha Juliet, contact departure on 120.54.
Switching over to departure on 120.54, Eurowings 4 Alpha Juliet.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Bravo, exit at Delta 6 if able. Contact ground on 121.805.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hamburg. Did you know that Hamburg is home to the largest port in Germany
54.
Ryanair. The local time in Hamburg is
0.54, bye-bye.